I know you're very excited because this is Super Bowl week leading up to the big Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas. You know, mainstream media always puts out these reports every single year, I've been noticing, around Super Bowl time that it is a myth that the Super Bowl is the largest human trafficking event in the United States. Now, there's a little bit of truth to that, and there's a little bit of truth to no, it's not the largest human trafficking event in the United States. But let's just break that down a little bit. Remember, wherever you have people, a lot of people, whether it be a concert, a sporting event, you are going to have human trafficking. I like to call it slavery because I think people enslaved, it more accurately describes what is going on today. That we have more people enslaved today in the United States than any other time in history. So, of course, the Super Bowl, hundreds of thousands of people will be pouring into Las Vegas, the host city. That means motels, hotels, transportation hubs, people driving in, full of people. That's where the trafficking comes in. Right now, they are flying in, driving. A lot of people drive with the trafficking from different states in the United States, so they don't have to deal with the airlines. But what I want to tell you is in 2024, here's what we all need to do. We all need to know that we have to say something. If we see something makes us uncomfortable, our gut tells us, that's usually a pretty good sign it's not right. You can call 911. You're not going to get in any trouble if you are not correct. You're passing on the information. You saw something. You can also always call. Everybody should have this number in their phone and memorize it. 1-888-373-7888. That is the National Human Trafficking Hotline. They also have a website. If you're curious and just want information, you can go there and you can just read up. You can call them and ask questions. You may not be sure about something. You may not know indicators, what actually is trafficking, because it's being thrown around so much today. And people are not understanding. And when people don't understand, what do? They close the door. They shut their eyes. They usually don't want to focus on something, and especially this dark and ugly. But I'm here to say, if you call the National Human Trafficking Hotline, you're not getting in any trouble. Also, if you see something, any kind of image, cybertipline.org, they will take it over for you. They will research it. You're not getting in any trouble. We live now, unfortunately, in an environment where we all have to take action. About 18 months ago, a law was passed in the United States where every transportation hub, buses, trains, airports, must display the human trafficking hotline. Again, that is 1-888-373-7888. I want everybody to memorize that. I want your children to have that number in their phones. We'd like to work towards, and we are, initial discussions of making it a 3-digit code so it's easier to remember. About a year and a half ago, the Suicide Prevention Lifeline went to 988 and it has proven to be very helpful. People can remember that like we remember 911. So why not have a 3-digit code for the National Human Trafficking Hotline? So just remember, wherever there are a lot of people, there's a lot of trafficking. And we have to talk about it. And we have to have these open and honest discussions. And we have to empower each other and provide resources. Please always follow lynswarriors.org. Sign up for our newsletter full of information you're not going to hear anywhere else. And we must come together and protect our vulnerable children. We live in a digital age. It's not going away. So come together. Learn about safety. Learn about leveraging the internet for good. Yes, it's Super Bowl weekend. A lot of people. A lot of trafficking. A lot of exploitation. Let's start being on the lookout for each other. It's 2024. Community creates change. Time to be a warrior.